Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hi, welcome in. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. So far, I know it's the morning for some of you, and maybe it's not the morning for another lot of you. But I hope today has been a good day for you so far. And sometimes it's just like playing with my eyebrows, you know. Sometimes I like the feeling of like raising your eyebrows. You know that, you know, like when you feel like your muscles moving. Does anybody get like, you know, that weird sense of like, oh my god, I have muscles and I can move them? Is that just me? Am I crazy? Am I insane? Do you know how insane I sound? Yeah, no. I got a lot of sleep yesterday, and I was preparing. I was hoping I could like prepare for this. I'm not sure if I am prepared. We never really know. This is also the first time I'm doing this segment today, by the way. We do have this little thing here. I don't know if you guys can see the QR code, but that's there. So, yeah, that's gonna be happening. Let me just get another thing going here, and then we can call it. I would say call it a day. Call it a start. We can start our day together. I hope you guys are doing all right. We aren't going to be starting Q&A quite yet. We're going to be starting around 10 o'clock. So at the turn about 10 on the hour, right? In about 45 minutes from now, we'll get started. We're still going to brew coffee and everything, but we're going to cut it short, definitely to get some of that Q&A stuff done. The questions are now open, by the way. So if you're on Twitch, I should probably... Panda, you're a good mod. Can you pin something for me? I mean, you could use the QR code, right? You can use the QR code, or you can use... I don't even have my chat open. Wait, where's my chat? I don't even have my chat open. The one that I can interact with. I can see I can see the one that I can look at. I can't see the one that I can't talk to. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna. I gotta open up Discord real quick. Outside right now. Okay. I mean, no rush. I like how Discord's slowing down my. Booting up Discord just slowed down my computer by a massive amount. That's weird. That's weird how Discord can do that. Maybe my computer's getting old. This thing is like, I don't know, my computer is roughly about 2.5 years old, maybe 3 now. But I've been like working this thing to the bone, so yeah, that's not good. Okay. I guess I can do it by myself. I can pin this by myself. Now, can I pin on YouTube? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. That as well. Okay, cool, awesome, nice. I just realized I should probably check my my vertical streams as well. My vertical preview. There we go. Everything is as it should be, I think. I'm not sure, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, let's get started. We're gonna brew some coffee and then get going. Oh, I forgot to grab a pastry today. Whoa. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my fingers. I should probably like reword the one on shorts actually, because I feel like people will wander in and just like ask me a stupid question. So let me just change the shorts one real quick. Some advice. Ask Okay, there we go. That should be better. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I am ready to go. I'm ready to brew my coffee. Let's click that big old button. I have a croissant. You can have a piece. Man, I would love a croissant. I could probably just go upstairs. I think I have some apple turnovers I can go grab. So I kind of want to have a little bit of a snack with my coffee today. So I might start that. Was that did I just see something on my arm that I didn't really notice? I have a mole. I know about this mole here. Yeah, I'm gonna go quickly grab a pastry while my water is boiling. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry. Sorry for leaving you guys. Alright, I apologize. So it turns out my family ate the entire apple turnovers. I don't have any pastries today, so that sucks. I could like eat crayons or something. We could eat crayons. We could do that. You guys want to do that? Making tea right now. Awesome. What kind of tea are you making? What kind of tea are you making? Brown. Okay. I should probably pop that other thing as well over on here as well, just in case. Let's see. Oh, but then it blocks my face. Oh, then it blocks. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. Kind of like a Christmas. You guys remember that one song by Paul McCartney? I don't know. How you guys feel about that one Christmas song? Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. I actually just really don't like it. It is a song that bothers me a lot for no reason. So, I'm gonna have my coffee. Oh wait, where's my coffee? Where's my beans? I should probably get at least prepped a little bit. My filters that always rip for some reason. I need better filters. Whatever these ones are, these are not it. Whether they're big or small or whatever, they're just not working, man. I use rigid ones, they work fine. Whatever these ones are, it's just not it. I can kind of see how it works too, because if you see, right, this is literally just a piece of paper kind of folded in half and then like sewn, not sewn, but like, you know, it's ridged together. So it's you know, I can unfold this. If you cut, if you just literally just cut like down the line here. Ugh. They also don't fit properly in my pour over, so that really sucks. And that's the one thing that it's really pisses me off, is that it doesn't fit properly. The filters I got in Japan because this thing is from Japan. This filter is from Japan. I didn't have this problem because everything was kind of uniform there. Now I don't have that. I don't have that in my life. I don't have that stability, you know? We all crave stability. Well, maybe some of us do. Maybe some of us don't. Does anybody, like, not crave stability? Is anybody, like, pissed off at stability? Is that something that they're, like, really angry about? I feel like most people want stability. Oh, God, this coffee, it smells, guys, it smells so good. The coffee smells amazing. However, the taste is, like... There's more to be desired from the taste. Ugh. I'm used to being stressed with it. I'm just not used to it when it's stable. That's fair. You know, we all crave things that we're familiar. I guess we crave more things that are familiar than we are for particularly stable. So that sounds about right. Welcome back. So about 50 grams of water. Make sure that's saturating. Give it a little bit of a soak. A little bit of a jostle. Add another 50. Give that a little jostle. A little bit over, but it's fine. Well, today's cup is brought to you by the way, we have Cat Crew today. You guys remember Cat Crew? We have Cat Crew. Today's stream. Today's stream is brought to you by Cat Crew. Cat Crew. All right. Yeah, we love Cat Crew. I'm already feeling that this stream's not gonna go well. I already have this feeling, guys. I have this feeling it's not gonna go well. I already see some questions, so I appreciate that already. This is a weird question, but okay, I'll take it. I'll come back to this one if it's not. Okay. Welcome in. It's work in progress. I'm enjoying stability more. I hope people enjoy stability. Stability is great. I understand we do need a little chaos in our life. That's the thing, is that we don't want things to be too stable, right? Because if things are too stable and then things get monotonous and boring, and then we lose, like, you know, purpose in life. We need some sort of excitement, you know, to keep us going. And maybe that excitement is as simple as, like, playing Fortnite, you know? Fortnite's kind of crazy. Fortnite's kind of wild. Fortnite's got the K-pop demon hunters. Organized chaos, parties, relationships, fun hobbies. Yeah, those are some great things. Relationships are always scary, in my opinion. But, you know, it's kind of the reason why we you know, like that too. Would you like to become a member? No, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna answer some of these things that have been sent in already. The ones that are not like advice or like, you know, things that are easy to talk about. Do you have any childhood games? Zelda. I don't know. I could come back to that one, but for any like childhood games, guys. I don't know. Yeah, just Zelda, really. Zelda, Mario, like just literally Nintendo. I guess hide and seek. I guess tag, freeze tag. Freeze tag was a little fucking bitch, man. I fucking hated freeze tag. What coffee blend do you recommend? I want to expand my coffee taste. So, I'm gonna shill some product to you guys. There's a thing called Itasha Coffee. Itasha Coffee. I-T-A-S-H-A Coffee. They got some really good coffees. And if you can use my code on checkout, Akira Dulce. They're VTuber inspired. They're anime inspired. So if you like anime girls, and I guess they have one guy. Well, they have a gnomish guy on there, right? If you like animes, right, you'll probably like the coffee. And if like kind of cool, right? Some cool coffee flavors. Itasha Coffee. But personally, if you want some just regular coffee, Stock and Crown makes some really good coffees as well. Stock and Crown, Itasha Coffee. Those are like kind of my go-tos now. We've been trying a coffee like once, like a new coffee every month. So don't get whatever I'm trying right now. This one right here. Don't get this. This is not a very good coffee. I don't recommend it. But we're drinking it today. This is also a fairly good coffee as well. So if you want some decent coffee, this is a pretty good one too. They got cowgirl coffee? They sure do. This could be a healthy stream. That's what I'm kind of like hoping for, is that like, so like I don't have like, you know, all the answers, right? I don't have all the answers. I don't think anybody ever does, right? But you know, it's good to discuss these things at least, you know. I've been around the block a couple times, so I can at least share my experience and like kind of maybe relate it to yours, and or like, you know, get like a new perspective on things, and maybe chat can even like help out as well. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. Any teas to recommend? I'm not a tea person, unfortunately. I do like throat coat because like it helps you with your it helps your throat relax. But like that's because I'm a vocalist. So I don't recommend that entirely. Other than that, yeah. Not really sure what else I could say about teas. Lovely hands. I took a screenshot for them for drawing practice. That's normal. That's normal. I got a lot of people saying that I do have nice hands. My favorite thing is this vein right here. I talk about it a lot. I talk about this one really thick vein that runs up alongside the tendons here. Because these are tendons, right? These aren't bones, these are tendons. But there's a vein that pops up out through my tendons. Throat coat relaxes your throat so you can become the throat goat. No, it does. No, throat coat is like a really, really good like tea blend. I think it's like I'm not sure if it's like a copyrighted tea blend, but like I have this tea called throat coat, and like you mix it in with some honey, and then like it just relaxes your throat, helps you better at singing. I usually have some before any recording sessions. So veins are thick as hell. I know. I wish I could like if I hold my arm in a certain way, I can make my veins pop really, really like vividly. Even like in this one right here, like right. Maybe you can't really see it. Oh, man, I have to twist my arm in such a weird way. But yeah, you can kind of like see the veins there. You're an all-knowing sentient being? No. I wouldn't want omnipotence. I would not want omnipotence and omniscience at all. That sounds miserable. That sounds annoying and feels like I want to die. Brown. Yeah. So desio. I should probably like put this more on the knot table by putting up by Muna's face, not on her face, but by her face. Yeah, I got people like complimenting my arms. So, oh my God, Miku Beam's back! Oh my God, it's Miku Beam! Welcome back, Miku Beam. I remember you. Unless there's some other Miku Beams out there. Miku Beam. Another question here was, do you have any games looking forward to right now? No, honestly, I'm not. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. What's that called? Tomodachi Life? Living the Dream? Tomodachi Life. That's the one game that I'm really, really, really excited for. So, other than that, I don't think I have any other games I'm really looking forward to. I'm not a huge gamer anymore. I used to be like a massive gamer. So, yeah, this is getting okay. Oh my God, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna start deleting the ones that I've already answered. Okay. Do you have an irrational fear? Yeah, spiders. I don't know if you guys know about my irrational fear of spiders, but that's a thing. It's really bad too. I wish it's getting better, but at the same time, it's like not at the same time. How much that's probably one. How many layers would you wear in public? The more layers, the more money you would get from it. That's a weird question. I'm not gonna answer it though. Any VTubers you enjoy watching? Corone. She's a really great retro gamer, and she's really like good at video games. Crony. She's really funny. Crony Oro Crony. She's really funny. Nimi Nightmare. She is a really good yapper. She can talk about a lot of things. Does Vinny Vinesauce count as a VTuber, guys? Poker Night at the Inventory. Oh yeah, that was a really cool game. Slay the Spire. Yeah, Slay the Spire 2 came out. I've been watching somebody play that, and you know, I played a lot of Slay the Spire 1. It looks a lot similar to the first one. There's just like updated visuals right now, so yeah. What's one anime you can get into despite the hype? Gurren Lagann. I can't do it. Niche media? K-On. Hard Truth. Okay, well, we'll talk about that one during my favorite voice actor. Johnny Young Bosch. He does the voice of Lelouch from Code Geass. Ichigo from Bleach. Yu Narukami from the Persona 4 series. Where else is he? Where else is that JYB guy? He's everywhere, man. Guy, I forget his last name. He's from Tales of the Abyss. Guy from Tales of the Abyss. So as a vocalist, what's your favorite song to sing? You guys are really quick on that uptake. My favorite song to sing. God, that's a really good question, actually. It's like, what child is your favorite? The one that really comes to mind is Lost to My Music from Haruhi Suzumiya. Oshizora miyage watashi nageto hikari o shiete. I shouldn't sing it while drinking coffee. Coffee's not really good for your vocal cords. Wait, there's a second one? There's a second poker night in the inventory? I didn't know that. Choke on the coffee. It's not like you choke on the coffee. It's more like you just kind of like stress your vocal cords. You stress it and then like you ruin them a little bit, you know? Yeah, I've been improving my vocal range. It took me a while to figure out how to get into falsetto and to my head voice, and it's really hard. I just figured out how to do it like last week, and so it's like, ugh. GLaDOS from Portal. GLaDOS, yeah. She's a cool actress. Ash from Evil Dead, Brock Sampson, Venture Brothers. Those are some good ones too. I like those. The best. I like how it's like, do you need any advice? The thing is like, do you need any advice? And then people are just like, favorite anime opening. Yeah, it's gonna be advice. I don't mind now, but as we get started, I think maybe we should. Is this why Starbucks costs so much? No, Starbucks costs so much because they're a greedy company that pretends to care about their employees. At least the one thing I can appreciate about Starbucks though is that they are open about like their trans communities and like their gay communities, sorry. And they support causes in America. I'm not sure about anywhere else, but like yeah, they support their minorities, the minority communities, and that's the one thing I do like about them. And they do contribute to some charities, but at the end of the day, Starbucks is a corporation. And for me, as somebody who has looked behind the curtains at Starbucks, sometimes it really feels like a ploy to, you know, get those people into buying their product. Sometimes it really does, especially when you look at management and the management comes by and says, hey, listen, I need you to stop, right? Yeah, still prefer visiting local places. Absolutely. Yeah, visit local. Don't go to corporate coffee. Don't go to Tim Hortons. Don't go to Tim Hortons. Don't go to Starbucks. Don't go to Dunkin' Donuts. Even if their breakfast wraps are fucking amazing as hell. Don't just go do local. Do local coffee, guys. Do local coffee. If you don't have local coffee, then I guess it's okay. But if there's local coffee, go local coffee. Best pastry that goes with your favorite coffee. What do I normally eat, guys? Oh, Biscoff cookies. Man, I usually love eating Biscoff. I don't think it really goes well with my favorite coffee though. But I do like Biscoffs. Biscoff cookies. Yeah. A local place has just opened up near my place, and I'm excited of it. Nice. Yeah, I want my own place too. So that's my dream. My dream occupation is opening up my own coffee shop. So maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen. That's the one thing that I want the most out of life, is to have my own coffee shop. Other than that, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with life, I think, maybe. I don't know. You never really know how satisfied you are until you are, until something comes along. Do you enjoy Frank Sinatra? Yes. I love a good old classics. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not. What song is overrated for you? I don't know. Filthy Frank Sinatra. For what is a man? What has he got? I don't know. Overrated songs. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that be controversial if I said "Toxic" by Britney Spears? Because I'm lying. Because that song's fucking goated as hell, and everybody should love it. An overrated song. Any of those meme songs, honestly. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The meme songs, the ones that are like, how the hell do you spell chauffeur? I guess any AI song too. That's really popular. The We Are Charlie Kirk song. I don't even like. Why is that popular? Why is that even popular? I want to do a line of coke with iJustine. Baby No Money songs. They're all the same. I like Baby No Money. I do think he's a little bit of a performative male sometimes, but like I do know that he's genuine with his like charities and for supporting people. So that much I appreciate about him. But he is also very, very performative when it comes to publicity. And I don't blame him, because it's the game. It's the game, guys. Like you just have to play it. His Mad Moxie cosplay was fucking awesome as hell, I'm not going to lie, but it really did feel the way that he like went about sharing that with people felt really, really performative. And so that I was like, well, he's just doing it for like the publicity. But like the thing is that it was well done. I can't knock it though, right? I can't knock him for having a really, really good cosplay. It was amazing. I am not gonna lie. It was really, really good. However, when I saw it, I was just like, the way that he was like doing his videos for TikTok and stuff like that, I was like, I don't know if I really think this is a genuine thing that you wanted to do. Despacito. I mean, okay, this is gonna sound like, I don't know, judgmental of me. I don't really like Latin pop, specifically the beats that go boom, ba boom, bam, boom, da boom, bam, boom, da boom, bam, boom, da boom, da boom. I don't like songs with that rhythm to it. Boom, da boom, da boom, da boom. The only song that I can think of that has that rhythm that I like is I think Temperature. That's I got that right temperature. Oh, I got it. Turn you on and go like, Papa, you can be the mom. Oh, that song. That is the only song I can really think. I guess maybe Shakira. Oh, baby, when you talk like. Wait, does that even have a boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom? I don't think that song does, but Temperature does. And that's the only song I can really think of that has that backbeat. Boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom, da boom. I really don't like that. It's just not my cup of coffee, Pun intended. Pun intended. Welcome in. Oh, wake me up. I watched somebody sing Golden the other day. It was a guy. He was a male. With like a beard and everything, right? And he was hitting those notes. He was hitting those. Well, I will burn a bit. That really high up there. He was nailing that. I was like, holy shit, I want to get that. I want to get that good. Hey, Freddie Mercury, did you get reincarnated? That was kind of it. Favorite anime opening? One of the Naruto ones. Haruka Kanata. What was your poker night at inventory? I can't answer that because I actually don't really play that game. Dawn or sunset? I used to be a sunset person. I'm more of a dawn person now. I like being awake when the sun, I don't know, there's something about waking up when the birds are chirping and the air is slightly cool, right? Where nobody's awake, nobody's like out and about. I took a walk one day when I was in like middle school. I took a walk after waking up, which I probably shouldn't have done in middle school, but I did it anyways, right? I took a walk in middle school after waking up after dawn. I think it was in the summer. And there was just nobody around. It was really like you know, the only thing I could hear were birds. And which is funny because like where I'm from, cars come by every so often. Like you just hear cars go vroom, 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 right? And then like, right? But like that wasn't happening. And it really felt like I was getting back to nature, even though I was surrounded by a concrete jungle. It was just really, you know, it's really something. It's perfect. Yeah, especially in cities. Cities is great. I remember, so I used to live in Chicago, and waking up before all the traffic hits is really, really good. It's really nice. Yeah, and the only thing that you can really hear are the trains popping by every so often. But like when there's no traffic and there's the only thing you really hear is like the trains, it's so refreshing, guys. Like take a walk at dawn, guys. Screw the sunset. Take a walk at dawn. Okay, in about 15 minutes here, we're gonna start the counseling, the coffee counseling. So I hope you guys are ready for that. The Bears are leaving Chicago? The Chicago Bears? Is that Bears? No, not the Bears. I like walking at night. I do like walking at night too, but the vibe at dawn is much different though. Night has a kind of like a sort of calm, sort of like, you know, mysterious vibe to it. Well, dawn has a calm, like awakening side to it. You know, the Bears. Yeah. I am not a bird. Brown. Oh, did you hear that? I think something happened upstairs. Oh, I can do mark as red. I don't need to delete them. I can just mark as red. What do I think of milk in tea? It's good. It's called like a tea latte, or like milk tea. It's good. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you for that. Like, eh. I'm just gonna mark off some of these things that I've already read. How many layers would you wear in public? Do you guys have any VTubers that you guys like watching? I know some of you guys only like literally watch me. Some of you guys are like, I don't watch VTubers, but I watch you because like you're like, I don't know why you guys watch. Why do you guys even watch me? Favorite anime story and writing wise? Death Note. Watch Death Note for sure. And Code Geass. Those are really, really good shows. Me, Mika, and Limes. Yeah, watch Prismaya. Prismaya is really cool. Gurren Lagann. Niche Media. Started to watch this guy lately. Should I drop his name? He's streaming right now. Is it me? I like this. I like this question that was just asked. Actually, I will answer it probably during the Q&A section or the advice section, because yeah. Pipkin Pia Sarue. Oh, I love that French woman. She's fucking weird. What the fuck is wrong with her? Porcelain Maid. I think I've heard of that one. Vinci VT, Dranagon, and Mari Mari. I used to like Mari Mari. Something about Mari Mari like pissed me off recently, and I'm just like, I don't really want to watch her anymore. There's something that she did. Like, I feel like as a person, I could easily vibe with her, or like get along with her, but like, I don't know. There's something that she did that pissed me off. I'm like, dude, really? I keep hearing, my house is like, is it settling? What's happening? I keep hearing stuff. I watch you because you're calming, specifically like this part of the stream, like the coffee talks and stuff. We don't get that a lot. Yeah. I believe you can call that a niche. If you guys like calming, like talking, just chatting and stuff. I'm glad that you guys like can like you have something like that, you know? I feel like I'm glad that I can be that in your life. I'm partially inspired by a guy. His name is Randon the Orc. Randon the Orc. I don't know if he does any chatting streams anymore, but back in his day, when he was first starting out, he only did chatting streams. Like, he basically only did chatting streams, and the only reason why he did that is because he would do chatting while he was working, because he worked at an office work from home job, and so all he had to do was basically punch a bunch of numbers as he worked, and then like while he was doing that, he could just talk to chat and like, you know, vent about stuff and do all that stuff. So that was a really like fun time. I don't think he ever does those chatting streams anymore, and I'm really sad because he took a hiatus, quote unquote, and then since he came back from that hiatus, he's just been playing games really, and like what I've noticed, he's only been really playing games. And so I'm really missing those chatting streams that he used to do. And so, like, you know, if he's not gonna do them, I'm gonna do that sort of thing, you know? If it's not there anymore, I'll make it myself. It was a great way to meet a lot of people and like see a lot of like perspective and stuff. I'm gonna see Randon the Orc. I'm gonna see like his recent streams. Oh, he did ASMR for a little bit? That's weird. I don't see him as an ASMR person. Yeah, so he's been doing Slay the Spire, FTL, Patapon, Diablo, Zomboid, drawing stream? Yeah, he is doing drawing streams, Mugenics, birthday, that was a birthday chatting stream. Yeah, he doesn't really do chatting streams anymore, and that's the one thing that I missed the most, is that he used to do chatting streams. Now he doesn't do it anymore. So yeah, that's kind of sad. What kind of stuff do you guys like watch also? Slay the Spire 2 and Mugenics have been destroying my life. Yeah, those are really good games. Listen, AAA is not the way to go anymore, guys. AAA takes too long, and then you just get a mediocre experience, right? You just get like a half-baked experience with AAA now. With the exception of like Requiem. Resident Evil Requiem has been a roller coaster of a fucking ride. I haven't been playing it, but I've been watching somebody else play it. And just by watching it alone, I'm just like, holy shit. Holy shit. Eugenics took 14 years. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, no, indie is the way to go, guys. Indie is the way to go right now for when it comes to video games, because AAA has not been delivering. I guess Pokopia has been alright. People have been raving about Pokopia. So that's something, I guess. But like, it doesn't feel like a AAA. So like, maybe that's the reason why, right? But you know, when it comes to AAA, they haven't been delivering. Fucking Highguard. Do you guys remember Highguard? Highguard was like announced as the final reveal at the Game Awards last year, or this year, or whatever the heck you want to say, right? In this last year. It's Koei, so I'd say it's AA. Yeah, AA is it's fine. But Highguard is going offline this month. Less than like 72 days or something, 70 something days, and it's already going offline because they can't build a player base, and it's not profitable. And investors are like, where's our money? And so, you know, this was supposed to be like a big 40 days. Yeah, 40 days. After like this big reveal at the Game Awards, and now like they're just like not, you know, and now they're shutting down, and it's crazy. And I think the thing that we should realize is that we should stop doing these paid live service games. We need to stop doing live service games. Because this is what happens. Look at Concord. Look at Concord, right? Concord, same thing. There are other games like that. There was one that was another live service game that I just found out about the other day. It's called Starlight Revolver. Starlight Revolver was an indie game that was a live service game. I don't know why an indie developer decided to do a live service game, but their game was like Hades. It played like Hades, right? But it was for some reason just a lot easier, and that's what one of the complaints is, that it was like a really, really easy game. And then like their servers are going offline because no one's playing their game. Their peak player base is anywhere between like 4 and 10 players. So you guys keep hearing, you guys keep hearing that too, right? Starlight Revolver has a weird ass dev story there. It's pretty scummy. I liked the visuals though, man. Oh, the visuals looked so good though. Okay, so guys, thank you for questions. We're going to be answering some of these more serious ones in about like 5 minutes here. So I'm actually almost done my coffee. This is the fastest I've ever drank my coffee. So I think we're gonna, I mean, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a quick BRB so I don't like have to take another break. How to press the call button? We're not doing it just yet. So we're gonna be starting real soon. I'm gonna take a quick BRB, guys. Though I'm gonna use the little barista's room. I actually finished my coffee today too, like on time, which is weird. We're gonna take a quick BRB. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna use, or sorry, the little barista's room. Sorry, I'm gonna use the little barista's room. I'm gonna grab some water as well, and then we'll come back and we'll do some advice and some calls. And can you cut that out? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Please enjoy yourselves. Don't go anywhere. If you are, oh, I should maybe like crack open some words for you guys. At least the guys on shorts. So let me go do that real quick. If you guys are on shorts, you guys will be able to see a game. If you guys aren't, you'll be able to see some fan art. So, please enjoy yourselves, and I will be right back. I'm still here, by the way. Yeah, redeems are working today. Don't worry about the redeems. Yeah, it's today's actually a purple primary. As a you know, what is it? As a normally a red primary day, today's actually a purple primary day because of our options today. So yeah. Thank you for being patient, guys. I actually went and brushed my teeth too, because the coffee was making my teeth feel gross. You guys ever get that feeling of like gross teeth? You know, the gross teeth feeling. Yeah, I got rid of that. All right, so now that everything is good and ready. Should I have this only to followers? I'll have this open to all users first. If it becomes a problem, I will I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do it for I'm gonna do it for everyone for now. Solve followers? Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. You are right. Guests can no longer do screen share. That's fine. Okay. So, hi, welcome. This is a brand new segment that we're doing today. Today is called Coffee Counseling. And coffee counseling is basically just you call in or you send in a question that if you need some advice about, if you've just been like, man, something's been on my mind, I've been thinking about this, or something's been really pissing you off, and like you don't feel like you have a really safe space to even really, you know, talk about it, or like a non-judgmental space. We are a non-judgmental space, so if you have something that has been bothering you or something that has been like, you know, on your mind. Yeah, we're canceling coffee. No, we're not canceling coffee. We're counseling via coffee. So yeah, call-ins are now available if you guys want to call in. But also, if you guys don't want to be on a call, we have the Marshmallow as well. Why did I say that with a German accent? As well. So yeah. Yeah, so far we have it only for followers. Followers and subscribers. If you're a new follower, you have to wait at least 30 minutes. I don't know. You know what? We're just gonna do it open for now. I think you know, I'll risk it for the biscuit. And the thing is I want people to be able to call in by stumbling upon the stream too, and you know, and so this is a very more serious side of the stream. I'm normally very wacky and silly and stuff like that, so I'm not sure how this would really go. I would call in, but I will not for privacy reasons, sending in questions only. Yeah, so perfect. I had that option because I was thinking, like, what if people don't want to be in a call, you know? So, we'll start with answering a marshmallow, and as we wait for some callers to call in. So, are you guys ready? That should have been like behind. Let me try that again. You guys ready? I got to use that. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I need to do studio mode for this. So please excuse me. Please pardon me while I do this. All right. Oh, this one is this was one that doesn't even fit on the thing. Okay, so this is a really long one, so please excuse me. Okay. Wow. Okay, so background from anonymous user for background. Oh my god, what am I doing here? There we go. I never had friends growing up until high school, so I always. Ooh, shoot. Is there a way for me to like move that? I always relied on some of the internet for social activity and such. So I do generally consider my online friends almost the same way as my IRL friends. Recently, I was talking about I was talking to a really good friend of 2 years, and I don't know how the boundary was brought up. But when I mentioned, yeah, when we met up IRL, we can do this, my friend responded, we couldn't meet because I prefer to keep my IRL life and online separate. I replied, understood. And we continued chatting and having a nice time, but is it wrong that I felt hurt holding this person highly? Is it selfish that I feel grief this knowing that this is a ceiling to their friendship? I haven't told them how I do feel for feeling this way. Do you think I don't want to treat them differently? What do you think? So, all right. This is a very, very solid concern. It is a very, very rough one. But from my understanding, this comes from boundaries, right? I talk about boundaries a lot during the stream, right? So what's happening here is that they are laying a boundary, right? And I don't want to say that you are in the wrong here, because you have your feelings are very, very valid too about this. But I think what you kind of need to look at here is the way that you view your relationships, or you view your connections to people, because in your perspective, your IRL life, right, or your ability to connect IRL is also like, it's a deep meaning to you. Yeah, it means a lot to be able to connect IRL as well, right? Hold on a second, I gotta go fix something real quick. Please, there we go. So for them, connecting IRL is a very, very vulnerable thing for them, right? So there's a little bit of a discrepancy between you two, but you kind of have to be aware of how comfortable they feel around you as well, right? Maybe one day, there will be a time that they feel comfortable enough to open up to you IRL or meet up IRL. But as of right now, the fact that you can't meet up IRL because of how they feel, right? That's not like a I don't think that's a ceiling. I don't think it's a ceiling. There's definitely more to your friendship or relationship or whatever it is that's going on between you two, right? Just let me just double check on, just read up on this again, just make sure I'm hitting everything. When we meet IRL, we can do this. Yeah. So the thing is that, like, I wouldn't say like, and maybe I'm wrong. I wouldn't say like this is the ceiling, right? I just feel like right now, they maybe don't see you. Sorry, there's something going on over here. They don't see you as like as a friend that they can feel vulnerable around right now. There's a game on Steam called Kind Words. We can anonymously send out letters. What's on your mind? It's released constant. Yeah, I've seen that too. I doubt I'll ever meet my friends on online IRL. Yeah. So for me, I have friends online, right? And I have a feeling that I'll never meet them IRL either. But that doesn't really diminish the fact that I really care about them, or that they mean a lot to me. Not because like, we'll never meet up because we're too geologically far away. It's no, like, more like just like I know for a fact it won't really work out if I meet up with them IRL. I don't have to. You don't have to meet up IRL. You don't need to have that. I could play video games with them, whether it be from our own houses that are like far, far away, or on the couch next to each other. The fact is that like we are able to connect, and I think that's a really, really important thing to really think about, is that you are connecting with them. It's tricky with online friends. You can feel so incredibly close to them, but never know the internet. Especially nowadays, you'll never know. Yeah. I don't think it's the ceiling. I don't think it's the ceiling. right? But there's definitely you are progressed into the friendship long enough or far enough that you feel comfortable to meet up IRL, while the other person has not progressed in the friendship, you know, as much as you have. And that's the problem also, and this, which has happened to me, is that like when I feel more comfortable, like, you know, oh, I want to do this with you, I want to do more of this with you, I want to do more of that with you, right? It's hard, because maybe they don't want to, right? And is that going to be the ceiling? Maybe. But it's and it's hard. I'm gonna say it's not easy. It's hard. It's definitely hard. I guess also like manage your expectations when it comes to friendships as well, because I'm sure there are other people that have kind of intruded on you as well, and you're like, I don't really want to do this, or like, oh, I don't really, you know. So like, kind of also just like look for those things as well. It's like being like, okay, well, somebody was trying to intrude upon my boundaries and I didn't really like it, and just kind of be more of aware of like your own boundaries as well as the other people's boundaries, I think. And you know, I think maybe it'll progress a little bit more. Again, I can't really tell you for sure. I don't really know your dynamic. I don't really know your relationships, but all in all, treat them the same way as you did before. I don't think it's the ceiling. So everyone's sweet and fine online. Wait until you catch their mistakes. Yeah, what little do you know, I'm a big freaking gooner that like has anime titties all over my walls. No, I don't do that. Okay. I hope that maybe answered a question, or like maybe you feel satisfied with that answer. I don't really feel like I gave a really good response there, but you know, I tried my best. Yeah, and the fact that you never really had friends up until high school, that's a really rough one too. I never really had friends up until high school either. So but you know, I guess the more time you spend with somebody, the more opportunities you can open up. So yeah. All right. I hope that maybe answered your question. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But yeah, I hope it works out for you. Okay. Okay. That's a question. What do you think of milk and tea? That's one I probably should answer. I think I answered that before too. But yeah, milk is good in tea. Don't yuck someone's yum. Okay, next. Very tricky question. How do you get a closed-off teenager to vent to me, their parent? I've tried to make it clear that venting is okay, and they're always welcome to, but I don't know how to get them to talk. Plus, I've been noticing them more down lately. As is someone who was previously a teenager and somebody who is now an adult, what have you been doing to make them feel safe around you? Are there things that, like, you can't ever force anybody to open up to you, and that's just kind of like the case of like the entire world, right? You can't make anybody open up to you. So kind of think of like what, like, do you feel like you are creating a safe space for them? Do you feel like, and like, what is your general relationship with your child really also? I've never been a teenager before. I've always been 37. No. Like, what is your general like relationship with your child? Like, do you like when you have dinner together, right? Is there awkward silence? Do you have dinner together? Do you do things with them that are, you know, that are pertain to both of your interests? Because one of the things that I've like kind of noticed that dads do, I'm not sure about moms, but for dads, they tend to want to take their kid fishing, right? That's like kind of like the big trope, right? Oh, I just want to take I want to take my son fishing, right? I want to like open up to him. The thing is, what if the kid doesn't want to go fishing, right? What if the kid doesn't want to go fishing? You're just kind of like forcing them to kind of open up to you in your home, quote unquote home, right? You feel comfortable fishing, they don't feel comfortable fishing, but you're taking them to a place they don't feel comfortable, and you're like, hey, I want to talk to you in a situation where you are forced into a boat or pier, right? Where they don't feel comfortable, right? So like, you have to meet them where they're comfortable for the first thing. The second thing is also like, you have to have a good relationship with them. Just because you're a parent, just because you're the parent doesn't mean that you'll automatically have a good relationship. I mean, you can ask a lot of people in chat. A lot of them do not have good relationships with their parents. They will not open up to their parents. But that's like kind of the thing, is that, and it goes for not even just for like your family, it goes for friends too. What kind of relationships do you have with your friends and family to be able to open up to you, right? Like what kind, and I guess also what kind of responses do you give in general, right? Not just like, oh, for advice, right? But let's say hypothetically, like let's say they're opened up enough, right? I don't know if they do, but let's say they open up enough to tell you that, I don't know, oh, I got a soccer game this weekend, right? What is your response to that? It's like, oh, that's nice, oh, that's great, or like, oh, are you excited? Like, are you invested into like what they're doing or what they're saying? Like, and I think the hard part about this, because my parents did this too to me, and I didn't really like notice it until I became an adult, but they forcefully try to get into what I was doing unnaturally. And so they're like, oh, I want to see what your things are into. I want to see what you're super into. And like, it feels really, really artificial. You know, if your kid plays video games, right? If you notice them sitting on the couch playing video games, or like maybe on their computer or whatever, kind of like, you know, just waltz in and just like you know, ask them a question, or like, you know, and just literally just sit down quietly, and then, or like, you know, just kind of like be invested into what they're doing. Slowly. Don't immediately being like, oh, I really want, and just like, and don't like do a crazy amount of research by yourself and then just like go into it and be like, okay, I know about this stuff. No, just, you know, connect with them with it. You know, ask questions about what they're doing. Eventually, you know, and catch them in moments where they don't feel down. I think also that's kind of like a big one as well. Don't catch them while they're down, because then they feel uncomfortable. They don't feel safe, right? So catch them in moments where they feel, you know, when they feel a little bit more excited, when they feel a bit more safe, when they feel like they're more in their zone, they feel very happy. I think that's a really good time to start connecting with them. But, you know, make sure that you catch them in times where they feel safe. Not drag them out into the middle of a lake and ask them to go fishing, you know, that sort of thing. That's kind of the advice I have. Does anybody else have anything that they want to like share about that? That's the only thing I can really think of. As a are there any teenagers that like have had this situation where like their parents kind of like are intruding on them, or like, you know, they're asking them, how do you feel, or do you have anything wrong with it, but like there's like this huge disconnect? Because that's where I feel is happening, but I'm not quite sure. For me, it helped when my parents were straightforward with me. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Like, I guess also if you're just kind of straightforward, is like kind of like, I'm concerned about you. I guess that's another thing that you can try as well. Just genuinely say like, hey, I'm just kind of concerned about you. That would really help. As a kid, my parents never asked in general, so I learned how to cope on my own. Is that healthy? No, probably not. That's, I guess, another thing too. Yeah, just genuinely be straightforward about it too. That's another option. You know, be like, hey, I'm genuinely concerned about you. I guess the one thing is that like, I guess let them know that too. Again, because they're not opening up to you, right? Even if you were to be very, very straightforward about it, they probably won't open up to you unless they feel safe around you, right? So, yeah, don't force it. Don't force it. They'll come around as long as they do know you care, yeah. So, you know, I guess be there for them, and then you don't have to like really know their situation, but like, you know, give them a plate of fruit. Give him a plate of fruit or something, you know? I have the unfortunate habit of approaching my mom on my own time and not hers. Yeah. I was worried to talk about my parents because I didn't want to worry them, which is bad. Yeah. Just kind of be there for them. It seems like what everyone's kind of saying here. They'll open up to you eventually if you know that if you show that you care. So I think that is maybe the way to go. It's really rough. I'm not gonna. Yeah, no. Connecting with people is tough in general, even when it comes to family. I've actually been wanting to ask my parents to do tea time with me, like how we do like on the stream. Literally just like on a Monday or a Wednesday where I'm not streaming, right? Just be like, wake up at like 9 or something and be like, hey, do you want to have tea with me, or do you want to have coffee with me? And just that's it. And that's the thing that's on me. Because my parents never really did that with me, right? They never asked like, hey, do you want to go do something together or whatever? Like the most that we ever do is go shopping together, and that's the only real bonding that I ever have with my parents now is going shopping together for groceries and stuff. Because I do live with them, right? I do live with them, but they're approaching an age where they're unable to do a lot of things, and so I'm literally the person in the house right now that takes care of all the technical stuff and all the hard labor stuff usually. So yeah. So yeah, thank you for the question. I hope that maybe answered. You got some ideas out of that. Maybe you feel a little bit more safer, comfortable, you know. All right. Next question. What's a hard truth that sticks to you? I guess I'll open this up to chat while I think about my answer here. Because a hard truth that sticks to you. Hard truth. I guess maybe life isn't fair. Life isn't fair. You know what? You know what actually is a good one. You reap what you sow. And it sounds really, really like, you know, it sounds very generic, but the one in particular of what you reap, what you sow has to do with what you get out of life, right? It's not like, oh, you're being a bad person, therefore bad things will happen to you. No. It's more like you want to have something in your life, right? But you never take the time to nurture it, right? Let's, like, for example, this is what happened on a forum the other day, right? Somebody asked like, oh, I feel very left out. I feel very like, you know, no one wants to talk to me. No one wants to, like, you know, hang out with me or ask to play video games with me, right? And the thing is, like, what have you been doing really to incite people to do that, right? Like, what are you doing that other people aren't when it comes to doing, like, you know, comes to attention, right? Are you talking to them like person to person? Are you treating them like a person? Do you just want to be like adored because you feel like you're doing a lot of work? Are you actually doing a lot of work, right? Do you just want that in your life because like you feel like you deserve it? No, like you have to actually like put yourself out there. You need to put yourself into situations where you feel like you can accomplish those things, and then therefore it comes to you naturally, not because you want it to happen. It happens because you make it happen, right? Make the things happen that you want in life. And it's not as like dramatic or big as, like, you know, as like, oh, becoming famous or you know, or like getting a lot of money or whatever. No, it's small things, right? It's the small things. Reap the small things that you sow, or sow the small things that you want to reap, I guess. That is kind of my hard truth. You get what you put in. So you got to work for it all the time, and then you die. There is a child getting abused by her mother. The truth is, as a teacher, there's almost nothing you can do. Yeah. That's hard. That's hard to come to terms with. There's just like really sometimes there's nothing you can do. That's another one hard truth. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. A sorry doesn't fix it, and forgiveness doesn't need to be given if someone apologizes. I feel like if this is one everyone knows and yet no one does. That's a really interesting take. Not saying it's wrong, but it's, you know, it's interesting. Because you're right. Yeah, we don't, and I feel like, I guess in that sort of sense, you don't need closure. Sometimes you don't need closure. It feels good to have closure, but sometimes you don't need it. Sometimes it's best to leave things ambiguous. And that's a hard truth. Sometimes the hard truth, sometimes you have to leave things ambiguous. Okay, next question. Next question. Do we have a caller? I keep forgetting to see if we have a caller. Yeah, only, okay. We'll take this call. So this is from the only guy I know, aka Suki. Welcome. And I wonder, does my thing have the caller? Probably does. Okay. So you'll have about 10-ish minutes, and we can talk about whatever's been bothering you, or like need some advice or something that you want to vent about. Hello? Yeah, I see you're muted. Also, you're not popping up. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can fix that. Wait, am I even in? Are you in the call? Previewing. No, you're not in the call. Can I bounce you? How do I do this again? Oh, I have to press the push button. Sorry, I figured it out. Sorry, I figured it out. Okay. Can I hear you? I can't hear you. Wait, hold on a second. Where the heck is this? Properties. OBS control. Okay, help. Wait, can you guys hear? Why the heck can I not hear you? Maybe we should have tested the audio, huh? Remember a couple weeks ago we're like, hey, we should test the audio? Why can't I hear you? Yeah, it's not even showing that you're talking. I can see you talking though. Mute audio.
Hello?
There we go.
I didn't have my mic permission set. I have everything like not set so that the government doesn't find me or take my data.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that solves that issue. Okay. So now we can hear you.
My question is, my advice, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's my dad's birthday today.
Yeah.
And I forgot to get him a card.
Yeah.
How do I make it up to him?
So it's today, right? And you forgot to get a birthday card. Does a birthday card?
Yes.
Does the birthday card usually mean a lot every year? Do you do it every year?
I mean, we do it every year, but like my mom doesn't like having all the cards in the house.
Well, if this is a tough one. If you forgot the birthday, I would say like, I don't know, kind gestures like go a long way, right? So I would say like maybe, you know, are you able to go out and get one today? Like, because you could just go out and get a card like for today and then just go grab one and then just like Are you able to do that? Because if you're able to do that, then I would say that would be the way to go.
Doubtful.
Doubtful. Okay. Can you make one? That's something.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say maybe make one. Maybe making one might be the go-to. But yeah, I would say either make one, because that, like, you know, making, like, you know, handmade things are always very, very, like, you know, everyone loves handmade things, right? So so my option, what I would say to you is either make it yourself. You don't have to actually go out and buy one. You can just make a card. Do some kind gestures for them instead of the card, or you know, just, you know, be there. Just say happy birthday, because, like, I don't know. How do you feel though? Like, do you think that's enough for you?
Maybe. I'm sorry, I'm giving you one-word answers
Yeah,
here.
no, that's all right. Is there anything else, like, is there any sort of background to this that you should feel like you should give me about this?
No, I just genuinely forgot to get a card because I was so busy this week with school.
I mean, you could also just be very, very straightforward with that too. Like, hey, I forgot to get you a card. I was really, really busy with school, but, you know, happy birthday. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say this is not like a non-problem, but, like, there's a lot of options that you can do to get out of this. This is not a very it's not a very, very serious sort of, you know, do or die situation, but, you know, that's okay.
It feels like it, but that's just anxiety.
That, you know, that's probably the reason, the whole thing. Like, you're probably just very, very anxious. I think you might be overthinking it maybe a little bit, but yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, is there anything else that you want to? Is there anybody in chat that also wants to maybe contribute to this?
I cannot read chat, so you'll have to read it out for me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was kind of, one of the things I was nervous about this is that, like, somebody would pop in, right, and be like, I'm gonna talk to your chat as if it's mine, and sort of, like, that's the one of the things I was like, oh my god, please, if I ever guest that does this, somebody like, oh my god, please don't. Like, this isn't not your chat. This is a call-in sort of thing. Yeah. I guess that's one of my anxieties about this whole thing. Yeah. All right. Yeah, was there anything else that you kind of wanted to? We're all scared to talk, I guess. Yeah, I feel like maybe you all are afraid to talk. I mean, you're actually brave. You're the first person to pop in here, so, like, you're the brave one here.
I'm brave. There's an old-fashioned saying, do it and do it scared.
Yeah. That's a great sort of, I guess, proverb. I don't know, advice, whatever. Do it and do it scared. I like that. No, but you are the brave one. You are brave. Tell yourself, I am brave.
I'm brave.
Say it with your chest. I'm brave.
I don't really want to disturb the rest of the house.
That's fair. You don't have to do that. Yeah, no, convince yourself that you are brave for doing that. Because I know you have anxiety, right? So the fact that you went out and the fact that you go out and stream too, that's also, like, brave, right? So yeah.
I don't know how to leave the call.
That's all right. I can push you out. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for asking a question.
Yep,
great.
have a good one.
It was always great to see you.
You too.
Wow. All right. Thanks for calling. Okay, we'll follow up with our next question here. All right. Next, was it this one? Guys, was it this one? I don't remember. How should I cut my hair? I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you look like. How should you cut your hair? That is a really good question. What is your guys' favorite haircuts? Pompadour, yeah. Get a freaking pompadour. I don't know. Just I don't even know if you're if you want a girl cut or if you want a guy cut. It's a really good question though. How would you cut your hair? The thing is that it took me a while to cut my hair. So yeah, just get something that's comfortable. Get something that you feel comfortable, or something that makes you feel sexy, you know? That's kind of like a whole thing. But yeah, that's my advice. Yeah. Next question. Should I sacrifice my weekend to work, or should I work? Should I make it? Should I sacrifice my weekend? Ideally, you should not sacrifice yourself for work. Ideally, right? You should never really sacrifice your own health, your own, personal hobbies. You should never really have to feel like you're sacrificing yourself for work, right? So I would say don't do it. Don't sacrifice your weekend for work unless there's nothing else better for you to do, right? If you have nothing to do this weekend, go work, right? If you feel like you don't have anything better to do, if you feel like you can work a weekend, right? Go work the weekend. Just do it, right? What are you waiting around for? Just give yourself something to do. But if you feel like you could spend that time, relaxing or recharging, spending time with family, spending time with friends, being able to do the thing that you wanted to do, your hobby, right? Don't sacrifice your weekend. Should you work? I feel like we all should work. But again, don't feel like you need to sacrifice parts of yourself because you need to work, I guess. Sacrifice parts of yourself to feel like you need to get ahead, I guess, right? So if you're behind, probably go to work. If you're behind, probably go to work. If you are sitting pretty, maybe you shouldn't feel like you should sacrifice. So, thank you. All right, next question. Should I make an effort to dress better? I don't really have a great self-image of myself. I do my hair, but I usually wear very casual clothes. I do my hair, but so do you usually feel good when you do your hair, right? Is dressing nice, right? Do you think dressing nice would help with that self-image? I guess is a question that should be asked. I mean, I would say maybe try it once, right? Try wearing an outfit. Go out and buy an outfit that you think is really nice and cute, or very sexy or whatever, right? Just try it. Just try, or just go to a clothing store, pick out an outfit. Try it on. Look at yourself in the dressing room, right? See how you feel about that, right? If it doesn't feel like it's you're like, oh, I look good. I feel like if that doesn't really feel good for you, right? If you just feel like a clown, then it'll make it worse, right? It'll make your self-image worse by dressing up will make you feel more like a clown. But when it comes to self-image, it's tough. I'm gonna say that a lot. It's tough, right? Life is tough, right? But when it comes to self-image, that is something that no one can fix but yourself, right? And I don't have self-image problems, because I've kind of accepted the fact of how I look is going to be how I look. But I'm not going to say that I'm ugly, but I'm also just kind of mildly attractive. So it doesn't really, I don't want to be oh my god, I'm so sexy. No, but I don't have this situation. So maybe somebody else in chat can maybe help figure this out a little bit more for you. But I would say, never force yourself to do anything if you feel like it's uncomfortable for you, for one thing. A piece of clothing doesn't define your character, if it helps, but nothing to say. Yeah. I guess the one thing I could say is just find things about yourself that you do like in terms of your self-image, right? I have dimples, right? People think dimples are ugly. I have dimples. I have a single dimple on my right cheek. I used to be ashamed of it, and I was like, damn, actually, it's kind of cute. Actually, a thing that came up recently, is that I saw wedding photos of an Asian couple, right? And the groom had acne scars. And for the longest time, I was always just kind of, I was self-conscious about my acne scars. But I looked at the photos of this groom before they did all the editing to like get the acne scars out of the photo, right? I saw this guy. He had great hair. He had like, a great smile. He was dressed really nicely for his wedding. And then I noticed he has the same acne scars as I do. And I'm like, but this guy looks so good. And I was like, the acne scars, they're not ugly. And I just like, wait a second. Acne scars aren't ugly. They're kind of sexy. And I was like, wait a second. Am I sexy? And so like that one shift, that one photo of this guy with acne scars changed my entire perspective on acne scars, because all this time, right? The world keeps telling us acne scars are ugly. Acne scars are like disgusting. They're gross, right? They're not. They're actually pretty cool. They're actually pretty sexy. So like, that's one thing that I found about myself, that I was like, I always thought it was kind of ugly. And then now I'm like, oh, they're cool. Nah, they're great. They kind of shape my face in a way that's kind of cool. So, I guess that's one thing that I can say is maybe that that can maybe help change maybe some of your perspective on yourself, is that like, just because society has been telling you that something is ugly doesn't mean that it actually is. I mean, think about this, like, right? A majority of the 90s, right, was spent conditioning women to say that the youthful look is in. They want them to be in like the pink hot pants, pigtails, blonde blue eyes look, right? That was the kind of the whole 90s thing. I don't know if you guys were there for the 90s, but for the 90s, that was the look. There was like, you need to have this innocent look to you. You need to be very, very thin, because thin was also meant youthful, or like, because like, if you had like hips, right? If you had hips and a bust, that meant you were more mature, and mature was not in. You need to be tiny tittied and flat assed. That was the whole 90s look. And everyone now is just like, that was fucking stupid. So, and now big butts and big titties are in, right? So, even if you don't have big butts and big titties, it's what society is telling us is what is beautiful and what is not beautiful, right? What is attractive? Society don't know shit. Society can't even decide if they want a new Minecraft game or not. So, you have to decide the things for yourself that, like, yes, actually, this is a thing about me that I think looks nice. I guess one of the things is also is that, like, look for things that you think is beautiful that also applies to yourself, right? So, can we get a dimple reveal? That means I have to reveal my face again. So no, I'm not gonna do a dimple reveal. One whole ass dimple. Yeah, I have uneven dimples, and that's fine. But thanks for your question. I hope that maybe helps you maybe a little bit. You don't need to dress better. Just you can try it. If dressing better will make you feel better, then do it. But you don't need to. Just find something about yourself that you really do like. And sometimes casual clothes can be sexy too, Sometimes that can be sexy. Okay, next question. Okay, next question. Do you think our favorite character can say something about us as people? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Right? Because the characters that we connect with the most are people that we can usually relate to, or people whose struggles we understand, right? So, for example, in, I guess, Madoka Magica, right? We'll take Madoka Magica for a second, right? Madoka spends the majority of the series not being a magical girl, right? But it's people or Homura, right? I guess maybe Homura, right? Let's take Homura for example, because she's a better example. Like, people really, really like Homura because she has this struggle of, like, wanting to feel close, right? And then and this obsessiveness with Madoka for some reason, right? So like, Do I think those people are crazy? No, I don't, right? But like, you know, understanding what they see as valuable in a character can kind of reveal how they feel about other people. So if somebody's like, Homer's my favorite character, like the thing is like, why? They love the sapphicness of Homera. Is that what they like about her? So like, and then that just means that you're a pretty hardcore lesbian, honestly. If my favorite character's Sayaka, right? Then, you know, you understand that there's like, oh, she has this really strong feelings about some, like this feeling of regret and feeling of like being left out or feeling like not being seen, right? And so there's a whole bunch of like, you know, having your favorite characters really does tell a lot about yourself. From the Odyssey. Homer from the Odyssey? Yeah, Homer Simpson. Your favorite character is Homer Simpson. You're a raging alcoholic who likes to choke their child. Osmanthus wine. What is Zhang Li? I don't know. Maybe you're just into sexy men. Like, you know, it also just kind of reveals your sexual preference as well, right? Just sexual preference as well as just like, you know, what you find valuable in people. So like, totally, absolutely. Is this anything worth talking about? I don't know. But I do feel like your character, the characters that you do like definitely show off the things that are valuable to you. So, all right. Next question. Haha, next question. Oh, wait, we already answered that question. Sorry. Next question. What do you recommend to help de-stress after a hard day? I've been troubling with this. I work a blue-collar construction. Wow. So, I guess, good on you for working that blue-collar construction, because that's really rough, right? How to de-stress? I don't know. So, since you work blue-collar, you probably don't have to get a whole bunch of, you know, physical work done, right? Or not physical work. You probably do a lot of physical work, right? You get up, you walk around, you lift stuff. So like, you don't have to do anything very strenuous. Like, don't do anything like tennis or like volleyball. Maybe you do want to, right? But like something that definitely stimulates your brain, because you're doing a lot of physical stuff, but you're not doing a whole lot of mental stuff. Maybe you are, but like the mental aspect is being like neglected, I feel. So something that's a little bit more mentally stimulating. And sometimes there's a crossover, like, right? For example, like tennis, right? Like I said that you shouldn't do, but like say tennis, right? Tennis requires a lot of like, you know, technical prowess to play properly. You know, you can do your drop shots, your lobs, your smashes, and whatever, right? So like, you know, if tennis is your thing, if a sport is a way to go, swimming, right? To just like really, you know, just find something that's really enriching, something that you really do like. Do a hobby. De-stressing is a weird topic to think about, right? So I guess maybe also think about like, what is it in particular that's stressing you out? Like your work, right? So just like do things that just are not related to work at all. Do and do things that are like that you like doing. If you just like playing, honestly, if you just want to play Minecraft for like 5 hours after work, play Minecraft for 5 hours. just do it. If it makes you just not think about, you know, work, then do something that just makes you not think about work, and then that's pretty much it. When I know when I'm stressed, I just go on TikTok and watch cat videos and like Shiba Inu videos. So 6'7". Yeah. All right. I hope that helped you. And thank you for the question. Okay, next. Next question. Brown. Aside from the basics, working hard and whatnot, how do you think one can improve in traditional art? Okay, so traditional art, I'm not very good at it. Roku Nana, yeah. So for traditional art, what I would say is maybe, I guess so art is so weird because style and your art style can be like so dramatically different from everybody else's and still be very, very good, right? I guess the one thing is to improve with traditional art is I guess maybe set a goal that you want to improve on and like see if you can improve on that, or like look at your art, right? And look at the things that you don't like, right? Look at very, very specific things. You can look at your art and be like, ew, right? And that's really, really normal, right? But look at the things that you do like about your art, and look at the things that you don't like about your art. I guess being a little self-critical of yourself, right? And look at the things that you are good at. Look at the things you are not good at. Try to work on the things you're not good at and see if you can improve in that way. And then look at the things that you are good at and see if you can like elevate that, or like see how if you can make that, turn that into like a style, or turn it into like your just kind of signature sort of thing about your art. Art is also art is just suggestive. I'm so sorry. It's not suggestive. It can be, art can be suggestive as well, but art is subjective. Art is subjective. Some people really like the Sakimi look. If you guys know who Sakimi. This very, very hyper rendered sort of look to anime characters. I'm not a big fan of it, but some people are really, really into it. Some people are more into like the basics of traditional art, and the basic look. The uniform line weights, the flat colors, the cell shaded colors, right? So I guess importantly, when it comes to improving on traditional art, look for something that you want to do, see if you can accomplish it, right? That sort of thing. It's slow and steady. Some of these people have spent 20 years just drawing. So if you don't see any results like immediately, maybe just give it another like 5 to 10 years. It's a little long, but it's just 10 years. It's just 10 years. It's gonna feel like 20. It's only gonna be 10 years. 6, 7. All right. I hope maybe that helped. I don't know. I'm not a traditional art person. If anybody else can have some advice that they can give, that would be great. Okay, next question. Next meme. Oh, I like this question. I like this question a lot. I also like this next question coming up after this one. I know it's a joke question, but I'm going to answer it anyways. Okay, first question. Any recommendations to be more clean and being more hygienic, even though it's hard to keep up with that? Yeah, have a schedule. Make it part of your morning ritual, right? I forgot to take my meds today, and it is already. Oh, I can still take it. Don't mind me. The moment I remembered schedule, I forgot to take my meds. Have a schedule. Try to make it more of a pleasant experience. Yeah, that's another thing too. Try to make it more of a pleasant experience. I guess if you want to do like a face wash, right, or a face mask or something, do it while you listen to the Snow White and the Seven Dwarves the song, right? Just scoop up some water and rub it on your face and go and then just be like, yeah, and just get really into it. Make it fun. Make a game out of it. Yeah. Just turn it on. Gamifying things just makes things interesting and fun as well. It makes you want to do it. Also, just like, don't feel bad if you like haven't done it in a while. Just be like, oh, I haven't done it in a while. I'm just gonna go do it. I haven't flossed in a while. I flossed today, and I was like, man, that feels good when I floss my teeth. So right, skincare routines really help my showers. Yeah, whenever you're in the shower, just be like, oh, I should just do my face whenever I shower. If you need to shower more, just be like, okay, well, like I'm gonna shower before bed, so I feel nice and clean whenever I get into my bed. Try to wear clothes that are breathable fabric if sweat is the issue. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, like I every time, guys, this is actually kind of interesting, but every time I end my stream, guys, after every stream, I wash my face. I don't wash my face immediately after I wake up. I wash my face immediately after stream. So that's like something, and I stream, I stream 3 days a week in the morning, so I for sure do it on those days. So I get in the mood to wash my face after I finish streaming because I've conditioned myself being like, hey, I finished stream, treat myself, make myself feel clean. So not that I like, don't do it on days that I don't stream, but it's what I do after stream usually. When I was younger, I struggled with hygiene, listening to music in showers, getting an electric toothbrush, making my bathroom pretty, and scheduling has really helped. That's some good advice. That's some really, really good advice. I hate washing my face because I can't do it without getting my socks wet. Don't wear socks. Don't take your socks off when you wash your face. Maybe that'll help. Take your socks off. Take your socks off. If the bathroom, if the bathroom tiles are cold, get a bath mat. Why are you wearing socks in the bathroom? Or bend over the sink, yeah. What do you do? Go into the bathroom? No, I just don't wear my socks in the bathroom sometimes. If I'm wearing socks and I go into the bathroom, then yeah, then it's fine. If like I have to use if I have to piss or something, right? But if I need to like wash my face and stuff, I'm not wearing socks in the bathroom. I have arms that lead water. I don't know how that works. Try a different technique, maybe. Maybe try a different technique. That might help a little bit there. All right. Yeah, make it gamify your stuff. Make it feel fun. That's my advice. Thank you for your question. I appreciate it. Okay, next question. This one's stupid. I enjoy punching my groin repeatedly. Can you help cure me? No, you're a freak. No, you're not a freak. I don't know. I feel like this is a very, very joke question, but I'm gonna answer it anyways. I enjoy punching my groin repeatedly. As long as you're not hurting yourself. I guess, I don't do it. I can't help cure you. I really can't. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist. The fact that people are asking me advice is surprising enough for me already. But no, I can't cure you. You can only cure you. If you don't want to do it anymore, then you're gonna have to take the steps yourself. And I guess this goes for any sort of addiction, even too. if you have an addiction to like, you know, alcohol or, you know, drugs or like, I don't know, you know, something, I don't know. If you have an addiction that you're not happy with, right? The first step is just to say that you have a problem and that you want to fix it. And that's like kind of, it's cliche and cheesy and whatever, but it's true. The first step is saying that you yourself want to fix it, and then you take the next steps. So, yeah. All right. But that's it. Thank you for your question. I appreciate that. It's a good question. Okay. Okay. I don't have experience in this next question, but I know a lot of people in chat do. So I'm gonna leave this all open for chat to talk about immediately. So this next question is: know any calming down exercises for panic attacks, being overwhelmed, etc. So I don't have anxiety, or I don't suffer from panic attacks or anything like that. So I can't really help you here. But I know for a fact that a lot of people in chat do have anxiety, and a lot of people in chat do suffer from panic attacks and being overwhelmed and whatever. So please, genuine answers, please, guys. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, just punch yourself in the groin 50 times, right? Please, genuine / genuine. This is Q2 that I need to replace. I wonder if does that actually help periodically? Does that actually help, like, legitimately? So you know that praying emoji? What is that? What's the praying emoji? So the only thing I can really like think about for calming down exercises is literally just sit down. My mom has told me to do it a bunch of times. Like, if it helps, man, if it helps, then yeah. That's some good advice then. For calming down, for like, of course I get overwhelmed too, right? But like whenever I get overwhelmed, I leave the situation. I try to disconnect myself from the what's happening from the problem, I guess, and come back to it whenever I feel like I'm able to handle the situation. Things that help me are ripping up fabrics, plastic, or cardboard, being talked to by my male wife, and while being alone, smelling a candle or drinking ginger ale. Yeah, just find things that are like, that kind of like comfort you, I guess. Here's some examples from chat. Do this in front of your face. Lift your hands up above your head. Hold your breath and then slowly leave it, counting down from 10. This is a practice suggested by my and my mother's psychologist. We both have anxiety. Okay, yeah. So there you go. That's like breathing. The breathing exercises I've heard a lot of. So yeah. Let's see. Does anybody else have any other advice for calm down exercises? The only one I can think of is the like kind of sit down, breathe, kind of like refocus. Put your focus on something that doesn't make you feel overwhelmed, or something that doesn't bring panic to you, something that helps you calm down. Having a be like Punch the monkey and have a you know, emotional support monkey, stuffed animal. Maybe, I don't know. Listen to a song that calms you down. Put like have AirPods or earbuds and just listen to something that like kind of brings you back, that kind of feels you grounded, you know? Maybe, I don't know. That is a suggestion. Maybe, I don't know if that actually works or not. Never resort to self-harm. Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. That's actually related to the next thing. So this is going to be a really dramatic shift, guys, and I want to hear this person out. So please be respectful. So there's a trigger warning here of self-harm and self-termination. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know about this ahead of time, okay? So heavy topic warning. I I've had a friend for almost a decade now. We met in school. I consider them family, but there have been signs, long sleeves, they've cleaned their room, which they never do. They've been giving me their valuables. Should I be worried? How can I help? This is, you know, it's a very, very, very serious. And I'm glad that you're concerned for your friend, because they are considered family. Yeah, the long sleeves, probably to hide the marks. I'm not sure about cleaning the room, which they never do. Maybe they just decided to clean the room, but like, yeah, it does. So, you know, one of the things, so this is crazy, and I don't want to, this is rough, man. So I've had those thoughts before, specifically in high school, right? Because I was alone in high school. I was very, very alone, and the only friends I had were online friends, right? So one of the things that really kind of just snapped me out of it, was I have this very, very sarcastic friend, right? I have this very, very sarcastic friend, and he never takes anything seriously. Never did. One day he comes up out of nowhere and says, "Hey, I know you've been having a rough time. I just hope you are doing okay." Out of nowhere. And maybe this won't apply to you or your friend, because maybe you don't have that sarcastic person in life, right? Maybe you don't have that sort of silly person, but it kind of made me realize that my situation was getting so out of hand that the person who never takes anything seriously took me seriously. So that was kind of a big wake-up call for me. And being like, oh God, I might actually do something that I might regret. So that was kind of a thing that was kind of life-changing for me. I feel like I owe my life to this guy, because he said that, literally, because like, I don't know, I might not even be here is the thing, right? I don't even know if I would even be here if he did not say that one thing, saying, "Hey, I know you've been having a tough time, and I just hope things are okay." I guess one of the things that, if you have somebody that is like that, just let them know that you care. Let them know that you are there for them. Stop thinking that you can save them. You may, but it's not up to you if you can't. That's another thing too. Don't feel like, you know, and it's rough. If it gets to this point, I'm hoping that it doesn't, right? I'm hoping it doesn't get to this point, but if it does get to this sort of situation, don't feel like you're responsible for somebody else's life. And it may feel that way. It might feel that way, that you feel responsible, but you aren't, right? There's always that feeling of like, if I was there for them, things could change. That's something that a lot of people always feel about that. And I would say it's normal, but it's not the right sort of thinking, right? But in your situation now, before that's even happened, right? So that was just, I guess, a precursor. If, and again, I hope it doesn't, if that situation gets as bad as that, right? Just let them know that you care. Let them know that they're not alone. And it is as simple as is. I feel like I've noticed some changes in your behavior, or like I've noticed that you've been doing this and that, and it worries me, and I care about you, and I just hope that whatever is happening, that you can get through it, and I hope that you can get back. Like, just literally just being words of assurance. And maybe the one person, for me, it was literally just one person that kind of like was like, wait a second, what am I doing, right? So if you feel like, hey, maybe one person like I'm one person, I can't make a difference. The thing is that you can, and I'm the proof. So there you go. Yeah, just literally just be straightforward and say that you're worried about them. That can really help. You know, I don't really have any advice for that other than that this is what happened with me. So yeah, I hope that things will get better, and I hope that whatever your friend is going through, that they can feel safe and that they can feel like they've had something worth living for, because I think that maybe that's one of the things that a lot of people struggle with is not feeling like they belong, not feeling like they have a purpose, not feeling like they have, you know, something to look forward to. So sometimes a simple word, sometimes a simple sentence can give them that motivation to be like, you know, there is something worth living, you know, even in times of harshness and turmoil and despair. Yeah. So I don't know, just say, because this is on an unserious topic that is also related to this. Somebody I saw on TikTok that was like, I had this feeling of finally doing it, but I realized I don't know what the One Piece is in One Piece. So, you know what? Until I figure that out, I am not going to be thinking about that. Until I know what the One Piece is, I am not going to do it. So, you know, there's something as simple as that. And maybe they're serious, and maybe this is a serious thing. Maybe they're like, I really want to know what the One Piece is. I really want to know what the One Piece is. I cannot stop here until I know what that is. Right? So that was me after Breath of the Wild came out. Yeah, I am not gonna stop until I figure out what happens at the end of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, it's kind of something like that. Right? But I hope things gonna get better. You know, I'm sorry that I kind of took things for a bit more comedic note, but I hope you do feel better. I hope they do feel better as well. But thank you for your question, and I hope things are, you know, I hope things turn out all right. So thank you so much for your question. All right, next question. Interesting. Question. I want to have a partner. Grown tired of being single all the time. What should I do to meet somebody? Share some wisdom. Okay. So I'm gonna preface this already, right? With you don't need to have a partner, right? You don't need a partner, but the thing is that you want a partner, right? And so let's just ignore the fact that we don't need a partner and that like we can blah 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 work on ourselves, right? So let's just kind of ignore that part, because that's what people are going to tell you, right? I'm not sure, and I'm sure you're fucking sick of that. I'm sure you're sick of being like, oh, you don't need a partner. Oh, you don't. But the thing is that you want a partner, right? You want love in your life. You want to have somebody that makes you feel special, right? So, and that's normal, right? So let's talk about things that you can take the steps to finding somebody, right? So, you want a partner. You're growing tired of being single all the time. Get out there. Go join a club. Get out there. Be in places. Start being a regular to places. You like coffee shops? Go to a coffee shop like every day. Not even kidding. Every day. Right? So like if you think about it this way, right? If you were to join a club, there's usually a membership fee, right? It's like, you know, $50 a month, $30 a month, right? Go to, like, if you think about it this way, right? Going to a cafe or going to like some place, right? Every single day, it's sort of like a membership, right? You go out to a cafe every Monday through Friday, right? Every Monday through Friday, you go to this like a cafe, right? And just sit there and have a coffee with yourself, even, right? And you know, then maybe just strike up a conversation with one of the baristas or one of the regulars that you also see there as well, right? That's just one way of getting out there. And maybe if you talk to one of the baristas, right? And this is a thing that happens with me because I had to do this as a barista. Maybe they'll ask you something like, you know, like, what are some things to do out in the city? or out in the country, right? Like what are there things to do? And then you can start making friends in the places that you start regularly. If you go to the gym, right? If you go to the gym and you start working out, and you see somebody kind of like working out or doing the same sort of exercise as you, and you're like, okay, so hey, I noticed that you're doing this same exercise as me. Do you know how to like maybe improve my form or something? Like you just ask, like, you know, be a little bit more social. Be in the places that you want to be in. Be out and social. Make yourself present in the situations, right? And then that's how you get a partner. I guess IRL. Online, I don't really have an advice for you for online dating. Even though most of my relationships have been online, just start messaging somebody like every day. Just message them like every day, or like message them like often. Go into, like, if you're a gamer, go play video games. Find a server where there are people playing the same game as you. Ask to be doubles. Like if you're a fun, wonderful person to be around, they'll friend you, and then you'll play games together, and then you'll have a blooming romance, and you'll be the top lane, bottom lane, support, carry, tank, whatever, right? You'll get this blooming relationship when it comes to online. Like Final Fantasy 14, you start doing your dungeons together every single day, right? That's how you meet people online, is that you go into the places virtually now that you like to be in and make yourself present. Eventually somebody will find you attractive. I guarantee you somebody will find you attractive, especially online. So that's where you can get some that's where you can find some people. And if there is somebody already, let's say if there is somebody already, find excuses to be together online. Be in a call together while you work together. Play a game together. You know, have a common thing that you like to do. Send each other dog pics or pictures of Chris Chan or something, right? Just find something really, really exciting for you to send to each other. Make yourself present in people's lives. And that's it. I don't know. Is anybody... Thank you, finally, Gary. That's my advice. I don't know. It's really good advice. I'm not a love guru or anything, but yeah, just make yourself present. Make yourself noticed. Be, you know, and maybe you're not maybe you're a wallflower. Maybe it's time to be a sunflower instead of a wallflower. Yeah, you are not a wallflower. You are not a wallflower. You are a sunflower. You are going to face the sun, and you are going to have a nice bright face, and people are going to notice you whenever you pass by that field. They're like, oh, look at the sunflowers. That's it. All right. That's my advice. Is it good advice? Probably not. But there you go. Maybe is that going to help? Is that helpful? Does that feel good? Okay, this is an interesting one. I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question, actually. I'm gonna do it. What is the worst experience you've ever had? Oh my god, Emiko! Hello, welcome in. Good to see you. You know what, Emiko? I've been meaning to ask you to play things like Hightail and stuff like that, but I always forget. I've been wanting to play like video games with you a long ass time ago. I was like, hey, I want your Discord. And then like, I just keep forgetting to like ask you to play games with me, because I've been wanting to like hang out with you. So one flower, two flowers, 6 flowers. Mush. Yeah. Hey guys, go check out Emiko. They're cool. Go click on their name right now. If you guys on Twitch right now, go click on their name and go click follow right now. Worst experience I've ever had, though. Worst experience. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of bad experiences that I've had. I'm trying to think of like one in particular that I'm like, I really freaking hated this, but I'm not really sure if I can really think of any off the top of my head. I don't know. Do you guys have any bad experiences? I mean, the thing is that like, how many bad experiences do you need to actually remember one of them? I have too many of them. Bad experiences. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. All right, maybe I'll come up with something. As of right now, I cannot think of any. All right. Okay, well, I'll just move on. We'll move on for now. But if anybody has some bad experiences, that you can totally share that in chat. Next question. You guys can't see this whole question, so I'll read it out to you. I can't tell if my friend likes me or not. Oh no! This is always a fun one. Okay, so it's not intense, but we aren't best friends. But recently, it's sort of been on and off. For example, we'll spend 2 days being the closest people in the world, text all day and night, hang out, do hobbies together, and then for like a week, they'll just stop liking me. Oh, okay, so not like love-like, but like. Okay. They'll hang out with people I openly dislike, including someone that's pushed my boundaries in a very bad way, and won't even say hi back to me when I see them out in the wild. Only makes me look weird, but only when they're around other people. I admit I'm a little weird, but they'll go as far as embarrassing me in public when they're around people. But then they'll go back to being a good friend. I'm not very confrontational. I don't know what to do. Skydiving is a bad experience, not a heights person. Yeah, it doesn't sound like they're a friend. That's, you know, the one thing, and I'm very adamant about this is setting boundaries with people, right? Boundaries that should be crossed, that are okay to be crossed sometimes, boundaries that should never be crossed, boundaries that are not a boundary at all, right? So embarrassing you in public, that's mean. That's some mean girl shit. That's not what a friend should do. And I know you're not confrontational, right? But that sounds like something that you should be confrontational about. That is a boundary of yours that should not be broken. Right? And if you're like besties, like, you know, if you're kind of like on some days you are besties and some days that you aren't, it's so two-faced. It's not a very good personality to be two-faced like that. So already I do not like this person. I don't know who this person is. I do not like them already though. But you know, don't forgive that guy. Dudes, my Dolce dudes, don't forgive that. Like, you know, I hate to be like, don't be a pushover, but like, don't be a pushover. And I know this is hard, right? But like, no, everyone's a dude. Doesn't matter. Dude, gender neutral. It sounds like just friends. It doesn't even sound like just friends. It sounds like they're being a dickbag sometimes. So this actually has happened to me before, something like that. But it wasn't a thing that happened to me. So for me, what happened was that I had a friend, right, who would so I was being bullied. I was straight up I was being bullied. Straight up. People would like actively, like this group of friends would actively like find me out at recess and like berate me because of something I did. And one of the people in that circle would be like, hey, I actually like hanging out with you, but I also like hanging out with these other people. So we're gonna like make fun of you, all right? But like, you know that I don't mean it, right? But the thing is that you know, I let that happen either way. I let them berate me because what happened is that they enabled that the behavior to happen to me. So really the thing is that they were only looking out for themselves. They weren't looking, they liked my company, but they also liked the company of the other people as well. So they were really only looking out for themselves, right? If they don't genuinely care about you. So, and maybe that's something that you kind of want, is at least some sort of companionship, right? But in the long run, it's not something that you want in life. It's not something that you should have in life, really. And I hate to be like this all or nothing sort of attitude. But I wouldn't forgive that. I wouldn't be like, hey, I really don't like it when you embarrass me in front of your friends that I do not like. Listen, if you're actually just gonna ignore me out in the wild, then like, you know, it doesn't sound like they're your friend, right? It sounds like they're looking out for themselves and not looking out for you. Because if they were your friend, they would change that behavior. Right? I know I'm also kind of guilty of this, right? Because I'm a VTuber, right? I'm in some VTuber spheres. I talk to some people that aren't friends with other people, right? But when it comes to like actually things that matter, right? So I know people that, like, this person sexually harassed me. I'm not going to talk to that person ever like anymore, right? I care about more my friend who was harassed than somebody who I just kind of know, right? Or somebody who, like, you know, I don't enable that behavior, right? You don't enable that behavior. It's not good, right? So, like, yeah, I don't want to be like, just end the friendship with them, because like, I really don't know your situation. I really don't. But like, I'm just like, at the same time, I'm like, why? You know? So I guess that's like kind of, it's your situation is rough. I'm not gonna lie. It is very rough. If you're not confrontational, then don't be around them. Start making up excuses that make you feel uncomfortable. That you're like, you know, she's like, sorry, I don't really want to hang out today. You know, just start being a little bit more distant, I guess, if you don't want to be confrontational, and maybe they'll go away. That's not a very good advice. Honestly, this is not very good advice. Don't do that. But it's what people do. It's what people do. But I would say don't actually do that. It's an option though. Yeah. Lay your boundaries. That's all I can really say. And I'm sure there are other people who also do like being around you too. So friends who won't stop being a friend. Find friends who won't stop being. Yeah, exactly. Find friends who won't just flip flop on you. And sometimes it's hard. You know, sometimes it's hard to make friends. I understand that. I understand that as an adult too. As a previous teenager, as a previous young adult, as a current adult, it's hard to make friends. And sometimes those friends feel like the only options. They're not. I guess sometimes also be okay with feeling alone sometimes. Because I've been alone a lot during my life, and it really has shaped me as a person. And hey, can you stop that out? We're having a serious talk here. Yeah, just find out, you know, just, you know, be comfortable with yourself. I guess be happy with yourself too. And then the right people who care about you in the right ways too. Friends are better than a boyfriend or girlfriend when you're at school. True. Wow, I look beautiful. This is your fault. All right. I think that was the last question. If you guys have any more questions that you want to send me, feel free to do so. If not, then we can. Oh, we got another one here. Next question. Okay, tell me, should I not feel guilty for this? I punched my bully hard in the nose. They've been bullying me for about 3.5 years, calling me they're calling me every slur in the book. It doesn't help that I'm trans and gay, pulling my hair, embarrassing me, degrading me. No, don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty about punching your bully in the nose for actually physically harming you, for pulling your hair and degrading you and embarrassing you. No, don't feel bad. I punched him. I found out that his family was going through a messy divorce, hence the bullying. I feel bad now. No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Listen, you don't, because they're going through stuff and they're taking it out on you, does not make it right. Listen, it does not make it right. Don't feel bad, but like they've been pushing your buttons, right? Whether or not their buttons were being pushed by something else, their situation does not affect how they should treat you, right? Don't feel bad about that. Yeah, that made me feel a little bad for hurting somebody because you're a human. But like, you know, this person who has been physically hurting you by pulling your hair and embarrassing you, degrading you, etc. Calling you slurs in the book too. Like that's not okay. Like they got what was coming to them, right? They need to seek therapy. They need to seek therapy and not use you as an outlet, right? Literally, okay. If they're gonna just harass you, just literally tell them get help. The problem is the parents divorcing. Yeah, it's literally not you. You're like literally there's nothing about you in this situation. Maybe the bullying just happens to come from, you know, they also just maybe just don't like you and are bullying you, and then just happen to have a messy divorce that's been happening. That is not your problem though, right? The problem is that you are being bullied. Don't feel bad about, well, maybe feel bad for punching them because hurting people is not nice, right? Maybe feel bad about that, right? But don't feel bad that they are going through something and are taking it out on you. Yeah, I understand the guilt, but it is literally not your problem. Just literally, if they're bullying you again, just say like, just literally say like, get help. like get help. It's okay to be symptomatic towards the reason, but why it doesn't excuse the behavior. Exactly. It does not excuse the behavior. You know, I can say like, you know, like I can say all the reasons for me to want to punch somebody, right? Like I'm you know, my parents don't love me, or like, you know, I'm failing my math tests. I'm failing my math class, right? My girlfriend broke up with me. I don't have a wife anymore. I'm going through a divorce. I'm a raging alcoholic, and I don't know how to deal with it. I can come up with every excuse in the book, but when it comes to hurting somebody else, when it comes to harming them, when it comes to just not being nice to other people, it doesn't excuse the behavior. It really doesn't. So, you know, whether or not they change, like, and the thing is that, like, if they apologize, right? If they apologize for bullying you, if they apologize for saying all the mean stuff to you, it's like what somebody said earlier. They don't deserve the forgiveness. You don't need to forgive them. But like, you know, you just understand that also that they're going through stuff, and that you don't need to be the victim of their trauma. So that is what I've got to say about that. Again, maybe feel bad about punching somebody, whether or not they bullied you. Maybe feel bad about punching somebody, but don't feel bad that you hurt the bully that's been hurting you, right? I guess that's my take on that. Understanding goes a long way, but forgiveness is earned. Absolutely. If they decide to change their behavior, if they decide to make it up to you, right? Then maybe consider forgiveness. But yeah, just, you know, understand their situation, but you don't have to forgive them. And that's what I've got to say about that. Thank you for your question, though. I appreciate it. All right. I think we're out of questions now. If anybody has any other questions or like anything that you want to talk about, that's cool. Either way, I had my coffee. I'm energized. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be productive today too. That's one other thing. So, yeah. How are you guys liking this segment, by the way? This is the first time I'm ever doing a segment like this. So, yeah. I also have not been like checking my call-ins. So, but I don't feel like anybody has the they don't really have the courage, I guess, maybe to call in sometimes. So personally, I love it. I'm glad that you like it. What I'm actually really surprised about is that nobody from Shorts has been popping in. Normally I get people in Shorts all the time being like crazy and like being whatever. The fact that nobody from Shorts is being a little shitbag is actually kind of cool. So I appreciate that, at least. Yeah. It's easier to send a text than to call. Yeah. I mean, so the call-in part is definitely for the venting part. So something that I have noticed happening a lot on the website that I'm part of. So there's like a MySpace like website called Myoshi, and there's a lot of people like a lot of people are like really angry about the people that are self-promoting on that website, because everybody has unanimously kind of agreed that the website should be used as a networking thing, as a way to develop yourself, as a way to help develop other people, help connect with other people, and in ways that are not just please come to my stream. And so a lot of people are really like caught up on people using that website as if it were Twitter, asking for like people to check out their streams, asking for people to whatever, you know. Yeah, that's like I was maybe hoping that somebody would come in and like maybe vent about something, or like maybe like get something off of their chest, but that's like, you know, I'm not gonna tell people what to do. I'm not gonna tell people what to do, you know. That was the rules. But wait, was it the rules? Was it in the rules? No self promo. There's no rules about that. Hold on a second. Is there a terms of service or something? Because right now everything has kind of been sort of like naturally sort of. That was a question. Was it a rule? No, like it's just like everyone's just kind of like upset because like the bulletins get really crowded, right? There's there's a thing called bulletins where like it's kind of like status, like, but it shows everybody's status, and everybody's kind of been like, well, I keep seeing, please check out my stream, 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 and people are not seeing the things that they want to see, like things that are like, hey, here's my latte for the day. Oh, here's check out this this song cover I did, right? Or what do I do about this song cover? Oh, I'm looking for people, like, or they're like, you know, there's no talking. There's just check me out. And so, that's kind of been the problem with the whole website. So, yeah. So that's a thing. But otherwise, like my experience with the website has been pretty good, and it's been a great developing tool for me, because also I get to see like more perspectives on other people, and so yeah. Emiko, do you want a code? Because I've got a code. I've got a couple codes left. It's a really fun website, and it's great for meeting new people, great for connecting, great for developing yourself. Yeah. All right. If we are not going to have any more wait, we got one more question. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this comes from a random question, anonymous caller. Should I ask out my crush? They're flirty with me, but they're a flirty person in general. Plus, we're both boys, if that influences anything. Love is love. So if you're both boys and if you both know that you're both gay, that doesn't really mean anything. So, you don't have to worry about that. Oh, my stomach. Sorry. The coffee's hitting me again. I need some actual like food. I'm gonna have some tacos today. I'm gonna have some crunchy tacos. I'm so excited. How's your experience with the whole website so far? I'll get back to that in a bit. But should I ask out my crush? They're flirty with me. Follow your heart and your brain. Yeah, that's a really good advice. Follow your heart and your brain. I don't know, because do they have somebody else in their life is the thing, you know? It's follow your heart. Do you? Okay, now. This is so okay. So I'm gonna tell you already, right? I'm gonna tell you already that because that you have a crush on this person, your friendship is already ruined. All right? Because you have a crush on somebody, your friendship is already ruined. And that's not a lie. That's not a joke. It's because your perspective of them is already changed, and their perspective of you might be something completely different. Your friendship is already ruined. All right? So unless you can get over that crush, you can get your friendship back. If you get over it, if you can get over that crush, your friendship is back, right? But if you decide to act on that feeling, on your strong emotions, you could potentially ruin that relationship. I'm just gonna say that like you could just break it, right? It's just gone, right? You could just gone. Being a teen and hearing you ruined your friendship is super fun. Just kidding. No. It's true though. It's true. Listen, I don't want to like pull punches here, but the fact that you have a crush on somebody and on your friend, if the fact that you have a crush on your friend already means that your friendship is ruined because you ruined it, because you are no longer friends, you are in a part where you want to be in a relationship with them, right? At that point, they're not your friend in the same sort of sense, right? It's crazy. I know it's crazy. It's rough. My advice is not like my advice. I'm not gonna pull punches, right? But the thing is that if you want to stay friends, right? If you want things to stay the way they are now, then you have to let that go, right? But if you want to take that risk, then you can take that risk, right? But know that depending on the outcome, depending on how you treat them afterwards, and depending how they treat you afterwards, your friendship could be ruined, right? So it's a very risky thing. I've ruined a couple friendships that way too, and I'm like, oh god, I shouldn't have caught feelings. I shouldn't have done it. I should have said the things that I have that all the time. I think about that all the time, about the friendships that I ruined because I'm like, oh, I have a crush on you and I want to spend more time with you and I want to be with you, right? Man, I fucking ruined a lot of friendships, man. I'm gonna say a lot. I ruined a couple good friendships that were like really, really cool and really fun. So yeah, that is it's rough. Follow. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you stuff that has happened to me through the same outcome. Okay, test the water. Yeah, test the waters. You know, it's sad because you can't control your feelings. Yeah, people blame their actions too much. Yeah, so this is a really hard situation. It's not. This is one of the worst situations I think anybody can go through, is not knowing whether their crush should stay their crush or if they should be, more than just friends. It's a big, a messy ball of emotions, and maybe you'll find happiness, maybe you won't. I can't tell you. It's bad. Yeah, the only thing I can give you is that warning, is that so either you have to stop being their, you either stop crushing on them, or you gotta hope that you still treat each other the same even after confessing your feelings. So I can't guarantee, like, again, the world is a crazy place. Miracles can happen. You can still probably remain friends even after confessing your feelings. I'm not gonna say it's an impossibility, but there is a possibility that your friendship could be ruined in that sort of sense as well. But at the same time, all you have to do is just let go of that feeling if you are turned down, So also, I guess be aware because they're flirty, right? Be aware because they're flirty. Are you a jealous person? Because that could turn out really badly. And it's really easy to act on your impulses for somebody, right? But if you're not compatible, then you're just chasing that thrill, and maybe that's not always the best thing, right? If you have enough charisma, ask if you're getting mixed signals, and ask if they like you. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm saying like, hey, I'm getting mixed signals. Like, are you actually flirting with me because it's funny, or like, are you flirting with me because like you think I'm a little sexy, Are you flirting with me because I'm a little sexy, or like you flirting me because like it's a joke? Because a lot of people do flirt as a joke. I flirt as a joke, right? I call people sexy all the time. I call people like, hell, yeah, you got some great titties there, but I'm like also like, I say it in like that sort of exact same voice. They know I'm not serious, right? I flirt with people all the time, casually, but I make it so that they know that I'm not serious. I'll be like, hell yeah, wear that frickin' dress. Hell yeah, wear that tight t-shirt, my dude, and show off those bulging muscles. Ooh, woo, look at your bulge. Bicep, in brackets, I don't know. But that's pretty much it. we'll go for another about 10 minutes here, and then I'm gonna call it. If you guys have any other questions, I'm the same person who should ask my question. We're getting tacos later. Can I come? Can I come? Lose the shorts. Yeah. So I'm glad some people enjoyed this. I'm not. It's a very tough one too, and I don't know if I really even gave some sound advice, but I'm glad. You know what I'm also glad about? I'm also glad that there are people in chat that are also contributing their thoughts, because that's a really, really good sense of community, and I'm glad that you guys are here and also concerned about other people, and then that you're also considering other people's emotions. I'm also glad to see some other perspectives, because I gave some advice and then somebody's like, well, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, you're right. That's a really good approach. I think one of the one was like the approaching your child, approaching your child to like see if like how they would like they're not opening up, right? And my advice was like, have a better relationship with them and like meet them in a way that they feel safe so that they can open up with you, right? And some people's like, no, like I want with help with me. My parents were just like basically like, we're concerned about you, right? And I think if I was in that situation where my parents came up to me like, hey, I'm concerned about you, I wouldn't open up to them, because I don't have that same sort of like friendly, safe, I guess when I was a teenager. Now it's different, right? But when I was a teenager, I know I wouldn't have opened up to my parents because I didn't have that same sort of safe feeling. They felt very, very controlling. They felt very, very strict. Having Asian parents will do that to you. Sometimes there's a communication disconnect because of a language barrier, even sometimes too. So for me, I wouldn't have opened up, but for somebody else, that might have worked for them because their relationship with their parents is a little bit different. So that was like, honestly, that was one of the great things that I loved. I hope that people are okay with me maybe turning these into clips as well. I'm not sure if I will, but like I was kind of thinking about it, because I kind of want it's the kind of community that I want, is that we're all respectful for each other, and that we can understand that each of us have our own problems, and that because even though we get silly and I call you guys insane and you guys call me insane and you call me femboy and all these other things, that at the end of the day, that we all understand that we all have our own problems and that we all are different, and that's a good thing, because we can see different walks of life, and that we can be concerned about other people, and that we can have a sense of concern and love for each other, both sexually and emotionally. Hopefully not sexually in that sort of sense. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a little too unserious sometimes. Let me be unserious. I'm not a serious person, so this will be like, my one time where you can catch me being serious with you guys. I don't think I'm going to do this maybe I'll do this once a month, guys. How do you guys think about once a month? I love how my girls and me are, especially the oldest, giving her the space. She opens up and it helps her a lot. I love that for you so much, because for me, I didn't have that. I didn't have parents that I could really open up to as a teenager, so I love that for you, for real. Definitely there was a language barrier, but I definitely felt the concern from my mom. I know she was concerned with me for when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, but I didn't feel safe, because she was never in the spaces where I needed her. But now as an adult, I already have safety in those. I have safety in those situations, so I don't have to worry about that. I can open up to her as an adult, because we are both adults. So, I kept everything from my mom, or most of the time she would kill me. Yeah. I think one of the things the funny thing, so I'm a fucking nerd and I'm a fucking loser. I'm not gonna lie. I was the fucking loser in fucking high school. I was an absolute nerd loser, no friends, no life. She was concerned that I was getting into drugs and stuff. Like, I hope you don't get into drugs or anything. Do you know what I'm doing? Do you know what I'm doing on the weekends where I'm going out late at night and coming back at like 10 o'clock at night? You know what I'm doing? I'm going to 7-Eleven and eating their taquitos. I'm eating 7-Eleven taquitos and drinking Slurpees. That's what I'm doing, because I don't have any friends. Where am I gonna get drugs? Where we're gonna get drugs from? The taquitos? Or the 7-Eleven worker, he's hooking me up with that hard cocaine. No, I was just fucking eating taquitos and fucking drinking Slurpees. That was my life. That was my high school life. Maybe having a blizzard from Dairy Queen. That's all I ever fucking did. That's all I ever fucking did. Oh my god. Oh my parents are gonna kill me. Yeah, no, having Asian parents but like being really upset with you is a hard one for sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna double check if there's any more. Yeah. Okay. I think that should be it for today. Thank you guys for popping by. So yeah, I'll think about doing this maybe once a month. This is gonna be a once a month thing. Maybe somebody from before, like who, for example, the crush person. Maybe you can check up. Maybe I can check up on you every month, see how your situation. I would love to see if any situations evolve or grow, especially the one that has the very, very serious one that we talked about, that for like a good solid like 15-20 minutes. I definitely want to hear back from you if you're still here, or if you've asked that question. Yeah, I think once a month is good. Yeah, I think so too. Especially for glad to catch you live. I'm glad to see you, man. I've been wanting to hang out with you. I've been seeing your streams. Like you stream late at night for me. You stream like late at night, so I'm usually falling asleep. I see you go live and like I see you live and I'm like, fuck. Oh, I'm going to bed. I can't be doing this. I want some taquitos. Man, taquitos are good. Maybe I should get some too. No, I'm having tacos. No. Focus, Akira. You're getting tacos. You're not getting taquitos today. You're getting tacos. Also Taco Bell, guys. Those Doritos Locos tacos. I don't want to. I saw Luffy actor, the live action Luffy for the One Piece. He's like, man, as a Mexican, as somebody who loves Mexican food, I'm tired of pretending that Taco Bell isn't good, because Taco Bell has some banging ass fucking menu items. That shit was good. The Locos Doritos tacos was amazing. Let's all stop pretending that we don't like Taco Bell. Let's all love Taco Bell, okay? Honestly, no, Taco Bell has some great diet options. They've got vegan options. They have vegetarian options. Taco Bell's pretty dang good, I'm gonna say. Also, you can lose weight by eating Taco Bell if you order the right things. So yeah, not sponsored by Taco Bell, but hey, maybe Taco Bell will sponsor me someday. I don't know. Taco Bell, hit me up. Right. We'll do one more check and then yeah. Okay. I'm gonna close responses here. And we're gonna call it a day. Jam! Where the heck have you been? Eating beans are the best way to lose weight. Yes. Theoretically, he's onto something. Yeah. I'm gonna eat some crazy beans for sure. I'm gonna be farting up a storm. I'm sick. Oh my god, you're right. You and Am have been sick. Emergency. Man, okay, Jam, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually genuinely excited for your next karaoke stream because of the latency issue that we fixed. And I really, because again, you have a great voice. You have a great voice, Jam. But you were definitely being held back by your latency. And now that we fixed it, man, I'm hoping. You can't see me, but I'm doing the football thing. You know, the football thing, the things that football players do. They do the right. You can't see me, right? You can't see. I'm doing it though. All right. Yeah, let's get going. So tonight, oh yeah, we have a stream tonight. I gotta text you, check on Mika if she's. Oh, Jam, are you coming for that too? You're sick. I don't know if you're up for that though. But yeah, we got Zelda tonight. And then, so I might stream randomly on Sunday. I said I wouldn't stream, but I might just open it up just randomly. Just what is this voice? What is this voice? I might stream randomly on Sunday, if I feel up to it. So, I have recording on Sunday, So, if things go smoothly, I might just stop early and start streaming. So that's it. Maybe I might come and just leave early because I'm trying to make sure sleep early because of the time daylight savings. Oh no. All right, cool. Yeah. So come by later tonight if you guys want some Zelda. I might stream on Sunday because I realized that my gaming streams have actually been doing pretty good. Not amazing, but like, you know, better than I thought it was. Just saying. I'm not gonna toot my own horn here, but yeah, I thought you're doing better than me. And then of course we have our tea times Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings as well. So I hope you guys are tuned in for those as well. All right, I've got some crazy projects that I'm working on right now, by the way, too. So if you guys can sing, by the way, if you guys can sing, if you have a virtual avatar and you can sing, PNG, live 2D, 3D, whatever it is, if you can sing, I'm looking for some singers, and hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Blue Sky, hit me up on Myoshi, hit me up on Discord. I'm looking for some singers, okay? Some big project. All right. That's it for today. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna go eat my tacos now. Wait, raid jelly-filled? Oh wait, is Shay live? Is Shay? The thing is, I normally don't raid, but today might be a day where we raid. Hold on, let me just check this here. Oh, everything's taking. It's taking so long. Oh, everything's taking so long to load. Guys, how about this? All right. So the first Saturday of every month, right? First Saturday of every month, we're gonna do this sort of check-in. This coffee counseling once a month, every first Saturday, right? So if you guys enjoyed the stream, if you guys liked my advice, I don't know why you'd like my advice. But yeah, that's I guess the tentative schedule. Why won't you show me my raids, Mr. Stream? Yeah, I want to check up on them too. I'm genuinely concerned about their situation, and I hope everything is going well for them. Or I hope everything goes well for them. Oh, my ear. Okay, cool. I'm also gonna raid somebody on the YouTube side as well. They're playing an RPG, Art and Elico. I played Art and Elico a long ass time ago. I don't even know what it's about. But yeah. Now, as for the raid, if you guys are on Twitch, I don't know where you guys are going to see. You guys are going to go see Jellyfield Zombies, Shay. So I hope you guys have a good time over there as well. All right. I hope you guys. I hope to see you guys soon. All right. Come by later tonight. Come by tomorrow, maybe, if I'm live. Bye-bye. Whoa! I feel like I should have like an ending, you know? Do you know how insane you... Wait, do you know how insane you sound? Oh, hi, doggy. No. Help. Let me out.